Hi everyone, my name is Bhavishya. In this lecture, we will learn about Telnet in an intra-network. So this is our network 192.168.10.0/24. This is our router 1, which is acting as a Telnet client here, having IP address 192.168.10.1. Here, on the other hand, we have router 2 behaving initially as a Telnet server, having IP address 192.168.10.2. Now, initially, we are going to enable router 2 as our telnet, as our telnet client, and then we will try to access it via R1. We'll use R1 and will via telnet, we will try to access this. And after that implementation, we will see in the Wireshark how TCP is happening, how the three-way handshake is happening in a brief way. After that, we will see that how exactly telnet is not safe, how it sends the plain text, and how we can literally see through from the commands that we are giving, from the output they are generating to everything. So let's start it. So to save the time of the audience, I have already configured it both R1 and R2, and has also and has already given the necessary commands from nocdp run to no keep alive, and has already pinged over from R1 to R2 to check the connectivity. Now we will see in the prompt here. So let me make it enable. Let me enable R1 for our telnet. So the command for this is line pt by 0. Okay, a blunder configure terminal, then line vty 0. After that, I will hit password. So the password for this I'm setting it's was Cisco. After that, I will type login. Now I have made this telnet enabled to my server right now R2. Now before setting before setting R1, let me start the Wireshark. Okay, yes. Start capture. As you can see, it is blank because I've already run the no CTP and no keep alive. Now I will try to log in into R2 via our telnet, as this is acting as a server and this is working as client for now. So here I will type telnet and the IP address of the PC of the router 192.168.10.2. Okay, it is asking for a password. We'll see this, but before this, CISC. You can't see this because it is providing a security. Hit enter. Oh, timeout. Wait. Now, as you can see, initially we started off with router 1 and now I have successfully accessed the R2. Now here, let's see. Look, initially what happened here is, as we have learned, that Telnet uses our TCP protocol. So here, as you can see, SYN, SYNAC and ACK. So the three-way handshake happened, right? After that, you can see, if I'm not wrong, here, I guess. Before it, as we also know that for for our communication, the port that is assigned for telnet is our TCP port 23. Okay, yes. After that, Let's see in the telnet. Is this the one? No, wait. It is just here. Yes, as you can see here. You can see what command I've given, right? See. So this is how we can see through the commands that we have given in the telnet. And also, if you see here, I entered the password as Cisco. Look, it is C. After that, ISCO and the enter one. So now you know, right, how it is not encrypted, how unsecure it is, right, to pass through. Now let me access it. But before that, last one is 48 right now. So I am inside the R2. Now here I will type show, let's suppose, IP route. Look here, what happened. So there are a lot of packets. Mhm. Yes, here as you can see, this is what R2 gave me as a output, which I can see on R1, and now we can infiltrate and see how unsecure it is, right? After that, when we talk about telnet, so it is kind of both ways. We can make both the server to we can make the server as client. We can make them behave both ways. So as I have already enabled R2 as our server, let me make R1 server. So yep, stop and go. After that, R2 config terminal. Okay, let me exit it out. Before that, yes, there's a concept that I forget. Okay, if I exit from this, as you can see at the end, so this is how a teardown looks of the TCP. Initially in the um, initially we saw how the three-way connection happens, and this is the teardown of the TCP when we exit it, right? After this, let me enable R1 config terminal. After that, we will use line vdy0. We'll get the password. Let's suppose parts. What is disco? And let me log in it. Exit. Now this is my server and this is my client. Exit. Now through telnet, not nettail, telnet. Telnet 192.168.10.1. My password is disco. Enter. As you can see, now I can access R1. Let's suppose I want to see show IP interface brief. We can see here through R2 I can access R1, right? So this was it for the intra-network communication or within the network. how we use Telnet. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.